action.
Hi there. Today we're at the Sons of Norway Mat Lodge and we're actually having a third grade virtual event. And I brought along a few kids to actually fill the role of the kids. So this is Titan, this is Aurora, and this is Riley. And today they're actually going to help us show how to make Krumkake. And then Andrea is going to actually be the teacher today.
All right, so first we're gonna have Titan add our eggs. We've already cracked them into the bowl. He's gonna add the eggs into our mixing bowl, and we're gonna have him mix them up real good.
And we don't want to have any shells.
Yeah, so when you crack your eggs, you gotta make sure that you don't have any shells, because otherwise they'll be kind of crunchy, and Krumkake just don't taste good when they have shells in there. So go ahead and grab that. Now I'll help you turn it on. We're going to make sure that all those yolks get mixed up and kind of fluffy looking. And while Titan's doing some mixing here, I'm going to add some sugar in. Right, sugar? So your Krumkake, you can find different recipes on the internet, or you can also contact your Sons of Norway Lodge. They should be able to find a recipe for you in one of their cookbooks. There you go, good job. All right, and then we're gonna have Titan switch with Miss Aurora so she can come do some mixing. We're just taking turns here. So we're gonna add flour in next.
But you don't want to add it too fast or else it will go poof.
Yeah,
Poof
make a
and-
nice big mess.
Yeah. And we don't want a flour mess all over the kitchen.
No, because who gets to clean that up?
You.
Yeah. And whenever you're doing any sort of baking, you want to make sure that you have an adult around, because our iron over here is really, really hot, and we don't want any accidents or anybody to get burned, okay?
And one more thing, this isn't our kitchen, so if flour explodes,
That would be We're going to have to clean it up.
yep.
All right. So we're starting to get some good dough in here.
Very good dough.
Yeah, look at that.
Very good. You don't want to leave any flour left, because you want to take all that flour.
We'll at least try to have no flour left.
So I'm going to help Miss Aurora get it off the sides here a little bit. And then we'll have her switch with Miss Riley for our last three ingredients. All right, Miss Riley, can you hang on to that for me? Good.
And these last three ingredients are small ones, and the small ones have a tendency to give a lot more flavor.
Two of them are small, and the other one is butter, which us Norwegians just love our butter, so we gotta make sure we have lots of it. So that was salt that we just added. Now we're gonna add some vanilla.
You have to mix every small ingredient and really good.
All right, and then here comes our butter. Oh, keep it in there, Miss Riley. Good job. While you're doing that, I'm just going to kind of clean the sides of the bowl here.
Okay.
Just to make sure we got everything mixed in real good.
Ooh, there's flour. There.
Looking good? Yeah. So what does it smell like, guys?
Krumkake.
It smells like
It smells like a
Krumkake.
cookie, sort of.
Smells like cookie. Well,
To
that's
me,
good. 'Cause
it smells like Krumkake.
And a fun fact, Krumkake was actually a Norwegian cookie.
Yep.
all right, let's take a look here. I'm going to mix it just a little bit more.
Gotta mix it real good.
So a nice kind of batter here. Whip it all together. And then we can turn it all off. And we're gonna move over to our iron. Yeah, I gotta get some of that off. And I don't wanna lift it out because otherwise it'll splatter everywhere and make a huge mess.
And because it already splattered in the bowl.
Yeah, that's where we wanna leave the splatter.
Yes.
All right, so Titan, will you come down to the other side here for me?
I'm gonna stop here.
This is the stuff that you want to make sure you have an adult with. We have me that is going to help. We're going to use a Krumkake iron, which will have different patterns sometimes. We're going to add some batter to the back portion of your iron because when you close it down, it kind of pushes all that batter forwards. And then it spurts out everywhere. So then we close it down and we count to about how long, guys?
30.
All right, so let's go.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Good. All right, so we're just gonna check it here. Oh, not quite done. We gotta leave it just a little bit longer.
Let's count to 10.
Sometimes the irons will heat faster and sometimes they heat slower, so you gotta make sure they're
Let's
cooked
count
all the way
to
through. Because
10.
We
you
don't
gotta
need
make
to
sure
count,
that they're
girls.
cooked all the way through. Because do we eat raw cookie dough?
No.
Right. Why don't we eat raw cookie
Because
dough?
there's raw eggs in it, and that could make you sick.
That's
or
right.
possibly
And then
die.
you may also want to have Krumkake rollers. They're really helpy to make this shape instead of just having to roll them with your hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
Sometimes they
mess
get a
up.
little sticky and they stick to your iron, and sometimes that's just a little seasoning that your iron has to warm up a little bit better. So we got to try out one there. And then Titan's gonna roll these up for us the best he can.
Some of them.
And some of them are kind of crumply. Sometimes the irons will kind of goof up.
And you have to leave it on the roller and like touch it to make sure it's dry enough so you can take it off of the roller.
Yep, and today we're actually using 4 of them. We just used 2 of them. We have 2 more.
All right.
And these 2 my uncle actually made.
Okay, so we're gonna set them down. We're gonna move down the line so Miss Aurora can have a turn. Switch with Titan, Miss Aurora.
You want to go to the other end?
I'll just move to the try.
And Miss Aurora, you can take off the Krumkake there and set them on our cooling rack. When you take them off, you gotta be kind of careful because they are a crumbly cookie that fall apart.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah,
can just
those
eat that.
mistakes we just eat.
Yeah. Or the really bad ones you can eat too.
There we go.
good.
I'm really good at rolling because I've had practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Miss Aurora has helped me make these before at home. There you go.
And Aurora is my cousin, and so is Titan. You have to go sort of fast because it could hurt your hands, or it could dry up. So then you would have to leave them flat, or they'd crumble up if you tried to roll them up.
And obviously, this is kind of a fast process. The cookies cook really fast, so you gotta make sure that you're moving everything. So Aurora and Riley get to switch now.
We're gonna go as quick as we can.
And then Riley, you can probably take those off.
We're gonna give it just another minute. Just before the other cookies are done is usually how you want to wait to take the other ones off. And even if you want to wait a little bit longer, that's fine, because look we have more rollers.
Yeah, you might want like 4 or more than 4.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and take those off, Miss Riley. Gentle on the outside. Good. And then set it down on the cooling rack.
You want to be really careful when you set them down because they are very fragile. And try not to like.
Good job. Those ones look delicious.
Yeah, get them on the floor and like wreck them. And sometimes if they get stuck
All
on.
right, Miss Riley. Here you go. Here's one.
And we're gonna do this we're gonna make about 1 to 2 batches today.
Here.
And maybe
Auntie,
like at the end of the video, we'll show you the other Krumkakes we made before this video.
For a practice video.
So then you just keep repeating the baking process and the rolling process until all your Krumkake batter is gone. and then you get to
That
eat
looks
and
dry.
enjoy. Yeah, I know, right? All right, well, thank you for joining us for our virtual third grade event.
Don't they get to eat them?
And maybe I'll
I
let
think
you
they
guys
should
have
write
one.
them down and
All
grab
right.
How about these? Out of here.
Yeah, out of here.
Yeah. Tyson, you can have one. I'm gonna have this one. I'm gonna have this one.
Okay, stand together.
Cheese.
Say
Ready?
Krumkake.
Say Krumkake.
Krumkake.
Okay.
Yummy.
Video hog.